AEW is still on the road to Grand Slam, but this week's Dynamite wasn't a slam dunk. It was more like a body slam to the mat as they lost 4% of their audience from last week's show. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling to cover the AEW Dynamite ratings. And yes, the ratings are down, and that's not what they want as they approach Grand Slam. A show that's been promoted pretty well, a show that has a lot of title matches on it. But before we talk about the actual rating, before we talk about the numbers and how much it's down, how much it's up, the percentages, the video clips, the views, all that stuff, there's something I want to address. Now, I'm not going to single out an individual person because there's a few people that do it, right? Majority of our subscribers, you guys are great and we love you, right? But there is a small section of fucking numpties that comment every single time that we either give AEW a slight amount of praise and call us AEW fans, which is not. We're impartial, and if we praise AEW once a year, that doesn't mean we're AEW fans. That doesn't mean we're licking Tony Khan's arse. That just means that we're praising them for something they deserve to be praised for. And people just don't understand that. Oh, last week you marked out over a 716 rate. Well, we didn't mark out over nothing. The fact is, the AEW Dynamite ratings have been shocking for a long time. You can't keep thinking about the days of 1 million or 900,000 or 800,000 because those are a long time ago, and the likelihood is AEW will probably never get that number again. They'll be lucky if they ever hit 800k again, the way things are going. So the new reality is, if AEW get a rating in the mid 700s, or even if they get over 700, I would argue that the time they're in right now, that's a good rating for them.
Yeah, it is a good rating for them. I'm sick, and I'm also sick of those comments.
Right, so the fact is, I mean, if we praise a show that gets over 700k, that's not us being massive AEW fans. It's us saying, here, that's better than what they've been getting lately, so we're going to give them some praise for that. And also, secondly, if we bash or criticise something WWE do, and the first thing you can think of is to comment and say, must be AEW fans, you are a fucking simpleton. How can you automatically think, oh, he said something negative about WWE, he's an AEW fan, AEW fan. No fucktards. How about WWE's just shite? How about wrestling is shite? Wrestling in 2024 is fucking garbage. We're not in a boom period. Wrestling is worse than it has ever been. It's more uncool than it has ever been. I would argue that wrestling was never a cool thing to really ever talk about, but holy shit, man, at least if you talked about it back when it was good, you didn't get looked at like you're a fucking nerd, like you're a fucking virgin, man. You look at it now, you talk about it now, and people look at you like you got 10 eyes, man. Wrestling is not something that you want to talk about in public. Now, it's different if you've got a dead-end 9-to-5 job and you work with losers, then you might be able to talk about wrestling with them. But I guarantee you, if you're successful in life and you're making money and you're doing well for yourself and you're surrounded by other successful people, you ain't fucking talking to them about wrestling. I guarantee you that, because wrestling is not cool. So yeah, people need to drop this whole thing. If we say something negative about NXT, oh, they're AEW. No, we're saying something negative about NXT because NXT is fucking shite and painful to watch. Just like Raw is, just like SmackDown is. That's the facts, right? There is no boom period. We're in the worst period of wrestling ever. Both companies fucking suck. But when they do something good, guess what? We're going to give them some praise. You can add to that.
I mean, you say do something good. I wouldn't even say it was do something good. We titled it Bounces Back because they did bounce back. Because for so long they've been under 700.
You get my point. If there's a positive for either company, we will praise it or talk about it in a positive manner.
Yes, I get it, right. But see, at the end of the day, see if you actually listen to our feds regularly, you will know that we hate wrestling in 2024. Honestly, I can't sit here and say I've got a particular preference towards both shows, right? To me, WrestleMania, the Rumble, it's always going to mean more than anything AEW is going to do. But that's not currently... it's not based off what they're currently doing. It's based off the past. It's based off McMahon. It's not based off that fucking big-nosed walloper Triple H, alright? As for AEW, yeah, does the company suck? Do we fucking despise 95% of the current roster? Probably, right? I say I despise them, right? I don't despise them personally, but the people that they play on the TV, aye. The fake flippy dippy wrestling, aye. But saying they actually do decent stuff, I'm not going to just sit there and pretend. Like, see when Christian Cage says on Dynamite, "Oh, I'm going to put you in the dirt next to your dad." That's fucking edgy.
That's better than anything you'll get in WWE. That is, because you just won't get nothing edgy in WWE. You don't get nothing good in
Moxley
WWE.
broke a guy's hand with a hammer. Yeah, I know it's fake, right? But you know what? It's a TV show.
Nah, I do. Overall, there's a lot of shite in AEW, but I actually think AEW is a little bit more enjoyable to watch right now because you can get edgier stuff. The promos feel more real to me, despite the fact that 95% of the roster can't cut a promo. I still think the promos, they feel more authentic than WWE, and the garbage verbal that they're allowed to say in WWE, man, it's family and friends, man. They'll come out and say words that they've never even heard of before, but they've been chose to say it. You know, it's like, it's fucking pish. And people mark it. Cody Rhodes, but what do you want to talk about? Nah, you know what, man? I do actually think that it's as shite as AEW is. It probably Mariah May, Tony Storm feud was better than anything that WWE's done in the women's division in fucking probably 20 years.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, yeah, CM Punk on Raw, right? He might have mentioned murder, and it's like, oh, I could kill you, but I can't promise something I can't necessarily.
It was a boring promo, man. It was a boring promo. Punk has dropped the ball, and I'm saying that as a big Punk fan, man. I was excited when he came back to WWE, but he has dropped the ball in here. Don't take our word for it. Look at the fucking numbers Punk done, right? See when he first came back, when he was on a show, the show was getting an increase of 300, 400, 500k. See whenever he was on a clip, every single Punk clip was getting over 1 million views within like 12 hours, 16 hours or whatnot. He was always the number one viewed clip on Raw. He was getting more views in his clips than the fucking Rock. You look at him now, he can barely break into the top 5. He's sitting around Gunther's level.
Yeah,
he's getting happy with the Judgment Day and Terror Twins get.
See these marks, there's no
and
point.
That's because CM Punk's aura, that's because CM Punk, the character, the guy that we used to know, the guy that we thought was going to be great, is worn off. We've realised here, CM Punk's just another guy in the roster now.
He's just another guy. But the point is with Punk, right, and other things in current wrestling, these marks, we're saying, look at his numbers. They don't give a fuck about numbers. They only care about numbers when it suits them. Oh, CM Punk appear on NXT and it beats fucking Rampage and Collision combined. NXT didn't need Punk.
Yeah, I mean, how far would you need to go back for NXT's number not to beat Collision and Rampage? A long time.
I combined. So it's fucking shite. Those
and anyway, look what NXT did. It did like, what, 49,000 more with Punk? I mean, that's embarrassing. And honestly, how much of that 49,000 can you all give to Punk? I mean, maybe it was going to go up that week anyway. There's no guarantee.
Yeah, we don't know.
We'll never really know.
Rant aside, I think it's time to look to the future and talk about some good.
It is, but I'm sorry, man. You've got to be fucking retarded. If you hear us give AEW one little bit of praise, or you hear us say one negative thing about WWE, and the first thought to come into your hand is, oh, it must be AEW fans, then you're a fucking retard. Because, I mean, there's a lot of shit worth bashing in WWE.
Yeah.
Did they do that in the night? See, did they do that in '99? See if like WWF had a segment that everyone thought fucking sucked. Were they all like, oh, you must be a WCW fan?
I know. No, it's ridiculous.
I mean, honestly, man, it's too shite. Honestly, 2024 wrestling is dead. Both companies are shite, and I'm not a fan of either. That's the honest truth.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the brand or whatever, WWE, the company, the lineage of the company, the history of the company, but I mean, in terms of being a fan, as in I enjoy what we're currently seeing, fuck no.
The company that we loved is fucking dead.
You know, it's like, I'm more of a TNA fan than I am an AEW fan, because for me, TNA at once was really good and I actually enjoyed it.
Yep.
And therefore, I've always got a soft spot in my TNA, I've always got a soft spot in my heart for TNA. Over AEW, because for me, like when we've seen, I've just never. It's the same for ECW and W. You know, I mean, we've seen great periods for those companies. I've never. To me, AEW came around. By the time AEW came around, wrestling was dying and it was long gone from what I previously enjoyed. So yeah, you know what? Obviously, I prefer WWE because I feel like I'm almost related to WWE after spending so many years watching it and growing up with it, but. I mean, can I honestly say I enjoy WWE a lot more than AEW in 2020? No.
No.
That's the answer. That doesn't mean I'm an AEW fan.
Yeah, I think the show I least look forward to watching is fucking SmackDown.
SmackDown's awful.
And these marks.
And I tell you what, see when SmackDown goes to 3 hours starting January 2025,
Yep.
That's going to be the most unwatchable show unless there's massive changes.
These marks saying, oh, SmackDown's going to cook fire emojis when it goes to 3 hours. They can't even cook with fucking 2. So why is it going to cook with 3?
Oh, and I see Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, might start getting it twice a week.
I don't even want to think yet.
Imagine that opens the show and ends the show.
Oh.
Iron Man match, hour long, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes. That's what we all want. Anyway, let's get into the AEW Dynamite rating. So, last week did 716,000. Again, which is decent, considering what they've been doing over the past 5 months. So, that was decent. This week, they're down 4% to 687,000. Now, it's a drop. It's not good. You never want to lose viewers. It's 29,000. It's obviously 29,000. The less viewers you have, the more 29,000 is. If that makes sense, it should make sense.
Yes.
But it's not. This is not a disaster, man. I seen Sportskeeda title this. AEW sees big drop heading into Grand Slam. This ain't a big drop.
No.
This ain't a big drop.
I mean, this is higher.
Just like what NXT got wasn't a big gain.
Yeah.
We CM Punk, It is what it is. But this week they got 687,000. It's 29,000 down. It's not good. We'll see what they do next week. But I think they'd be more worried if it was like low 600s. Yeah. But the fact is, I mean, you're 13,000 off 700k, and AEW haven't did 700k that often over the past 5 months, so it is what it is. Right, let's look at the key demo then. A 0.22 in the key demo. Last week, though, they did a 0.21. So they're up 5% in the key demo. Again, it's a small increase. You've went up 0.01. 0.01. It's a 5% increase in the demo and a 4% decrease in the viewership. Pro AEW people will say, "Oh, massive increase in the key demo." Anti AEW fans will say, "Oh, massive decrease in the viewership." There's not much changing.
No.
You've got a small decrease in viewership and a small increase in key demo. Nothing newsworthy, nothing noseworthy. Triple H, nothing really worth talking about here, so is what it is. Right, what we're going to do now? Let's look at the YouTube clips then. Let's go, let's do this. Let's see who had the highest viewed segment. So, in first place, All-Star Trios match, the Elite face off against the Don Callis family. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that were, just I said in the review, it's a style of wrestling that I'll never like, but I just want to point out something here. The marks at WrestleNomics, right? They didn't want to put Punk clips on WWE, and for whatever fucking reason, they're excluding the best man in professional wrestling right now. That's Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley's nowhere to be fucking seen in these clips. And why is that? Why do they purposely hide people? I mean, you pay a Patreon, right? And this guy is purposely avoiding people who are fucking high drawn.
Well, I don't know if he's done that, man, or whether it's just a mistake. But anyway, guys...
No, but it seems to be a trend.
Yeah, what did I say? 123k for the All-Star Trios match. Now, there wasn't that many clips uploaded from Dynamite, so we'll make do with what we have. But that was the number one clip, so... All-Star Trios match. Did you rate the match? Was it a good match, or was it just your typical...
It was just a flippy dippy, man. Let's do about 10 million poison.
So it was your typical AEW 6-man trio match?
Yes. I feel like you see this every fucking week.
Alright, second place, Orange Cassidy looks to even the score against Chris Jericho, 106k. You know what? For once, Chris Jericho is not at the lower end of the clips. He is at the higher end. However, I noticed that they put Orange Cassidy's name before Jericho. Now, I don't look too much into that when it's AEW, because you can just see they do not know how to name their clips. But with WWE, they know what they're doing with their media. They know that when they've got a clip, you put the star of the video, you put the main draw, the main attraction first. And here, AEW has not done that. They've put Orange Cassidy first, and to be honest, that's probably why it's got a decent number, or at least it's the second most viewed clip, because we've just seen that Jericho is dead, really. Jericho's not doing nothing.
Yeah, but Shivani on commentary, oh, this was one of the highlights of the COVID era. Fuck off, Tony. No, imagine actually trying... Yo, see, if you want to see how like nothing moves in wrestling, no, if you want to see how nothing fucking moves in wrestling, right? Look at Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy have achieved in 4 years. See if you go back to '99 and skip forward to 2003 for Chris Jericho. Look what's fucking happened. He beat The Rock and Austin the same night. Some epic feuds. The invasion fucking angle, right? The whole debut promo against The Rock. Matches like Benoit and Kurt Angle.
Main event.
2002 Elimination Chamber. 2003 match against Michaels, right? I can ring off all this shit that happened like fucking 25, 20 years ago. See for Jericho in the last 4 years, what's he done? Oh, hey guys, you need to water the learning tree. Fuck off, Orange Cassidy. I fucking despise that cunt.
Right, tell us how you really feel.
No, not either.
You didn't think that feud was decent?
No.
In the COVID era?
No.
I mean, like Orange Cassidy, but I thought it was no bad.
No, but my point, no, fuck the feud. My point is, Jericho said that put Cassidy on the map.
Oh, no, but no.
It's like Google Maps without 4G. You don't have fucking internet, it's pointless.
No, you said Shivani says it was one of the highlights of the COVID era, and that's what. But you haven't really mentioned that, so you disagree with Shivani?
Well, I don't think there was many highlights of the fucking COVID era, like when I look back at it. But my point is, Jericho said that this put fucking Orange Cassidy. He established Orange Cassidy as a main event player, and he just didn't. Jericho can't even re-establish himself as a fucking mid-carder. So how can he establish someone else as a main event player?
Jericho getting buried here.
And Jericho loses. I get why he loses, but Jericho's done, man. It's sad. It's fucking tragic, but he's over. It's over.
He should retire, shouldn't he?
He fucking should, man.
Should come back to WWE and have one last run.
Yeah.
Go out, like Cena's doing, just go out. Why not? Right, third place, Ricochet aims for revenge against the Beast Mortos after last week's attack. 86k, 1,000 views.
Did you see the spot in this match?
No.
Oh my god. He goes for a face stomp with that Rollins manoeuvre, and he misses by about 5 feet, and Mortos sells it, and Ricochet just looks at him. Won't be in the clip, like, but it's on Twitter. Oh,
I need to see this.
Oh, it was fucking boring. I'll try and find it right here.
Fourth place, we have Queen Anamata and Yuka Sakasaki taking on AEW Women's Champion Mariah May and Serena Deeb. And this got 58,000 views. You know what? I like Mariah May, but she's not bringing in the numbers. It is what it is. Sad, but just watching the clip right here. Oh, that was poor.
That was poor.
That was pretty.
Like, I actually fucking no idea what happened there. Like, Ricochet's, like, when I say like 2 feet, I mean literally 2 feet. And 2 feet in the ring's fucking massive.
Awful, yeah, especially when it's what, an 18-foot ring or whatever, 20-foot ring. Anyway, and last up we have Hook. Hook sends a strong message to Roderick Strong a week away from Grand Slam. 55,000 views. I mean, what can we take from this? Wow.
Hook beat some guy called Ink. Fucking Ink.
Hook sucks, man. Hook is shite. You know what? They need to get that Mina Shawakawa back and have her and Mariah May make out again and put that in the thumbnail. That'll get your views up, Tony Khan.
Like, John Moxley, right? Fucking bursts in, batters private party, says you've done fuck all in 5 years, and breaks the guy's hand with a hammer.
No clip.
And what the fuck? What? See if WCW had YouTube in '96, you try to tell me they wouldn't have had fucking outsiders throwing Bischoff through the stage, or fucking Mysterio backstage, or something through the fucking production truck?
No, but think of how much shit actually happened back. See now, especially like with WWE, right? Like each segment lasts about 20 minutes. Think how quick things went on. You'd begin about 30 clips for each show.
I know.
Because there's so much shit happening. So many different segments. Yeah, anyway, only 5 clips there. Jericho in second place, kind of by date. I mean, look at the clips he's above. It would be hard not to be.
But see, this just tells me that WWE is very efficient. Right? They know... See their YouTube, I'm not saying it's massive towards what they make as a company, right? But it would be a lot. And they know how to milk every... See, yeah, Tony Khan doesn't need the YouTube revenue.
No, he doesn't. But if you're a company, you should be maximising every single chance you get to make money.
Yeah.
So therefore, they should be... These YouTube clips... to me, that's money you're leaving on the fucking table. Right. And I tell you what, TNA should do better than that. Because TNA are shite at it. It's not like TNA's got a lot of money.
No.
I mean, you should be like...
TNA are pretty good at it. Someone returns in WWE and they What, put every match they ever had?
No, well, they're good at that, like, but that's a bit cheap. That's lame. I hate when TNA do that.
Yeah.
But I don't blame them, but it's like, look at the TNA. But then again, maybe they think here, if we put out less clips, more people will actually watch the full show. I mean, who knows? And maybe that's their thinking. But yeah, look, these clips have been up now approximately, what? Well, let's say about, a day and a half almost.
Yeah.
Almost, and you've got 2 clips over 100k, and I mean barely. The All-Star Trios match, 123k. Orange Cassidy and Jericho, 106k. These are shocking numbers.
Oh, they are.
Shocking numbers. Only 2 of these clips over 100k. Oh, Ricochet said he was going to come to AEW and more people will be watching that wee guy's matches. What's his name? Kyle Fletcher's matches than ever before.
No, but it's like...
He can't even get people to watch his own
Ospreay
matches.
and Ricochet have a backstage pro. I know it's an exclusive and they don't tend to draw. Yeah. But if you're a draw, they draw. And it's 43,000 fucking views between them.
There was an exclusive. What was it on? What show was there an exclusive on? Not that long ago, and it did really good numbers.
I think it was it Rhea Ripley and Jey Uso? Roman Reigns had one as well, and we're talking about 1 million here. You know what I mean? If you're a draw, you'll draw. Doesn't matter what you're doing in the clip.
Fact is, there's just not any draws in AEW.
Nope. It's tragic.
Anyway, guys, that's it. There's your numbers. There's your breakdown. And I mean, maybe did we praise AEW once in this video? Well, you can go into the comments and call us massive fans and all that shite, all that bullshit, all that simpleton logic. But that's it, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Quarters coming up next. Yeah, SmackDown tonight. Can't wait, man. Buzzing. Ho. SmackDown on USA Network. We've seen Roman Reigns last week, so we'll probably have to wait another 4 weeks to see him. Because that's how it works. Till next time. Peace.